Zachary, how are you two? Oh, yee. Okay, so that fixed the vertical. Vertical is now online, and we are good to get started with House Flipper today. We are going to be back continuing the office that we've been working on, and I'm pretty excited. We've done quite a bit, as you can see, and I have hands again today. I don't know if you noticed that while I was trying to fix things, but new computer means hands are fixed. I don't know why it took a whole new computer to fix that, when it was just webcam not recognized on the old one. But I'm happy to have hands again. And then, oh, hi Foxy, thank you for the cuddles. Yes, so we did the living room last time. So we're going to be working on the entrance and my office, which is up there today. So let me move to this side and we'll get started. There we go. Yeah, so this entrance area needs some work. And I think this is where we're going to start. Because this is where you enter. So that doesn't look all that welcoming, does it? Needs a bit more work than that. Because I'm not entirely sure what would be the best way to do that. Because we do want to guide people to the living room. Like, this is actually the kind of, like, main space. I mean, I hope you enjoyed the boop. Yeah, so I'm happy with this living space. It's just, we need something that feels more welcoming than this. Oh, you know, one thing that might help is having like a doormat or something. Let's start there. Let's start with putting putting a rug down. Oh, the cat's trying to play with something under my door. Decorations, floor decor, and do we want one that has that? That's nice, but it's missing the color. I suppose there's that one, but that's not quite right either. You also don't really want one that's like super fluffy, because that would be really hard to clean when you're like tracking in mud and stuff. Yes, I added cheese. I figured out how to make throwable cheese. And there is another one that I've thought about adding, because I know you guys love the cat pod, and I thought maybe I could add that, but there isn't a chat command for that yet. So I think I'm gonna wait until we get a chat command for like cat pod or clean or something. Because cheese does actually, cheese does function off of the cheese command as well. So if you cheese me, there's a chance it'll do it on stream. I think this one has the correct vibes, but wrong color. Oh, I forgot I need to turn off the dynamic light on me. Otherwise I'm gonna be white a whole lot. Well, whiter. Let's see. So we want dark. Could do like a dark blue. Maybe that one. Maybe not. So many cat pods. What if we do more of a? Did you have to cheese me? I mean, thank you for using the command already, but it still just cheesed the face. Maybe that one? That navy? I also feel like maybe that should be outside. Let's try sticking that outside the door. That works. I'm glad you like my stream, Zachary. That works, but we're not the most welcoming of people. Like, we don't want strangers coming up to the door. That feels wrong. So though I do like doormat, Oh, maybe this would be a better one. Oh, if only this was a little bit bigger. Maybe we can still make it work. Do blue. Change the color. Go for darker? No. Maybe like that one? No, that's still so small of one. Doesn't feel right. So I like that map, but I don't like the welcome on it. I'd rather it say something funny or something. Maybe this one? What if we do this, change chrome to bronze, and then change this to dark blue? It doesn't feel much like a doormat though, does it? I want something that's like... I wish I had a rug that just had paw prints on it or something. That'd be cute. Did you at least have a good bus ride? Maybe this one? Change style on that. Okay, so we can only change that color then. Maybe that? I guess that's better? Slightly. Normal buses are a little bit better than school buses in my opinion. Though, it depends. Depends on where you're at. What am I stuck on? There we go. Alright, so... door... I think... I also don't like the direction that door is going. Why the cheese again? Let's try... change style. Door go right-hand side. Actually, let's keep door left-hand side and then rotate door. There we go. I think that feels a little bit more sensible. Now it doesn't feel like we're gonna get barricaded inside. I'm glad you have a new favorite redeem, I guess. How do we make this more welcoming now? So the plants there feel a little silly since they're gonna be covered most of the time anyways. So let's get rid of that. And then I do like the idea of somewhere to sit and like put on your shoes. And a coat closet is nice, but putting them like that just doesn't work too well. What if we rotate this? So if we do like smaller area there, if we scoot that forward some, bring that, oh, maybe it's, what? Why you don't want to go there? Okay, maybe we just need a different one entirely. Wardrobe. Also, let me mark those off. There we go. So I think we're using that one before, or we're using that one. Either way, it doesn't fit. We could do something more like that, or we could do thinner wardrobe. Cozy Rosie? Cozy Rosie kind of fits. Eternal, thank you for the sub. I don't know why it didn't do the alert yet. That is a little weird. What if I do copy, paste? There we go. Maybe scoot that out a little bit more and bring this one more forward. That does work a little bit better. You've kind of got now the utility side here, and then you've got the actual entrance over here. Maybe even bring that out to there. I do think that we need something to fill up that gap a little bit, but that at least feels more like a somewhat sensible placement. How do we make this feel better now, though? We could duplicate that, and then... Oh. Danny, thank you for the sub as well.
I don't know how this says 2 months subbed when this is my first time paying for it, but yippee.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. Maybe it's because you... Did you get a gift sub before? That might do it. Why the cheese? Though I can't complain too much, I literally did it myself. Maybe not that one. Maybe we do hanging plants. Where? Maybe that one? Kind of not. So many pods. I think that kind of makes it feel nice and overgrown without being too ridiculous. It's still pretty ridiculous, but not insanely ridiculous at least. And then what if we do maybe not that one. But maybe turn off the snapped grid. No, this is... This is a little bit ridiculous of thing. What if I scoot this out from the wall a little bit? Will it let me do there then? Come on, work with me here. And then now, can I scoot this back at all? I can scoot it back to like there. That doesn't quite feel like it's draped over. Why is there so much Z fighting here? You're expecting to place this on a wall. So that one's a no. Let's recenter this a little bit better. There's this one, which is even more ridiculous in terms of how big it is. What about this one? That one could work. So if we do like that there, and then get something to kind of extend it down maybe? That might feel like it works well. That one just really doesn't like that wall. I have no idea. Oh yeah, it's so much. Oh, it's Kona. That was very nice of Kona. Wait, what? Okay, so that one's a no. Maybe this one? Do that there and then do like this one? Maybe? Almost. I think let's try one of the other ones. Because we have these other ones that might fill that space a little bit better. Better than like this thick one here. Though that thick one might actually work well on this side. So if we do thick one there and then do maybe like the wiggly one. Does a wiggly one not fit? Wiggly one doesn't fit. Okay. This one? That kind of works. So you've got nice kind of overgrown entry area that at least looks a little bit more sensible. Is there anything better we could do with that though? It is still missing like a homey touch. Let's scoot these to the side, I think is the other thing. Make it so that you don't have to close the door to get to them. Or maybe those would work better on this wall. There we go. And then can I copy the style of this thingy and put it on those? Yes, I can. Okay. So now we don't have weird white appliances there. How do we make this section feel more homey? We could do this one. And then we could hang a hat on the wall. Or maybe not on the wall. Maybe on this thingy? No, not on that thingy. But I do think putting like maybe a hoodie on there. Could do blue hoodie. Bring that pop of color in and also just make it feel a bit more lived in. And then could we hang a baseball cap? No, it doesn't like hanging hats on this for some reason. I want to put an umbrella. Do we have an umbrella stand? We do have some umbrella stands. I think this one's probably the best umbrella stand for this. Could we fit that in the corner here? And then if we copy the style from that, place there. Do we like that extra wood tone in the center? I like it being a different wood tone, but I'm not sure about that wood tone. We could also do it being bronze, but that looks weird. Maybe we do a matte plastic in maybe like that one. And then can do maybe this one, change that to orange, change, oop, come on. It was this one, change that one to brighter blue, like that one. There we go. Oh, let's change the handle color. There we go. I think that makes it feel at least a little bit better. You've got umbrella, which, I mean, given how far you are away, I don't know if that's strictly necessary, but they've got one there. Oh, they put theirs outside. Maybe it would be smart to leave it outside. I think inside works. I think inside the door works just fine. What else? What if we do a rug that is like just at the base of that? Not a blanket. We could do that one we tried before, but that feels a little like that metal one I'm just not a fan of. All of those say welcome, so not that. Where is it? Oh, that's a big one. We could do a custom-sized one. Do one like there to there. And then change the color on that. That should be that one. I don't know whether I like that or not. Maybe it needs to be blue. I don't know. I don't know on that one. On one hand, it does help separate the space a little bit. On the other hand, it's just not quite right. What if we do round rug's too big? We could do like a little rounder rug. Hi David, how are you? Do maybe darker that one, and then that. I am struggling a little bit on making this spot feel cozy. Part of me says rug, but I can't get a rug that makes it feel like it makes sense, if that adds up. Add glitter? No. I don't think glitter is gonna help here. Did that rug leave a stain? Okay, no, it's gone. I think I'm rather happy with the doormat we have out here. That one makes sense. That one at least is still like blue, adds up type thing. And then we've got the umbrella holder, the place to sit, put on your shoes, place to hang coats. Like that makes sense to me. And it does feel like a nice kind of cozy nook thing. But it feels like this is missing something and I can't quite tell what. Oh, a key drop-off spot. That might be a thing. If I had a spot to drop off keys, that might help. So we could do like a, maybe a little table? Is there a little table that'll fit in that nook? Small tables, table. So like that would fit, but that's probably not the style we want to go for. But that does prove that stuff does fit. Not that one. It's a little bit too much. about... This one would fit the loft style we have here. I actually... Hang on, I have this table in my office right next to me right now, except it's white. I have that exact same style of table. It is just a little bit silly. It works well as like a side table thingy that I don't hit my legs on. Yes, maybe not that one. That one? Too fancy for that. A lot of these are like super low. Oh, what if we do that one, like this one that we saw, and put it like right there? No. That one? Because that is another spot we could put it. Man, you love throwing cat pots around. Unfortunately, I just got off my work, so I'm not super tempted to go back to work again. Not until tomorrow. Base that one. Top that one. Maybe reverse that. Do bronze base. There we go. That looks more sensible. That feels a little silly though. Maybe... Can I scoot this at all? Scoot that slightly. Could put that like here? Then it's at least a little bit more of a place, but that still feels silly. We'll tell your cat hi. Console tables. That one could work. Because that matches that as well. In fact, we could just straight copy style from that place there. I don't know about having the double orange though. Orange. I suppose it does help. It just feels a little bit silly with this wood top here, I think. What if we change this top to be faded gray? Get that more in line with the rest of the like industrial parts. I think that helps. Does work on a lot of cats, including myself. Hence why it is my go live notification for Twitch. Let's get a cute bowl or something to put the keys in. Actually doing that as kitchen accessories. Deep plate. That's probably a bit big of a plate. Serving bowl is going to be big. Yes, laser pointers also work on me. If you ever see me in VR pull out a laser pointer, I will probably start chasing it. Oh, what if we did a tray? Because we currently have a tray at my place. And it works really well as a kind of catch-all of just stuff. I am glad you like the notification. Oh, that could work. That one might be cute. There's also that one. Though the kind of wiggliness of it is a little bit silly. Do we not have any other trays? Oh, we could do one of these, because we have Oh, that's a bit big, the cauldron. Where was the thing I was looking for? Not the ornament box. Come on, I remember there being like Halloween dishes. Were they under kitchen accessories and I just didn't notice, or were they under groceries? Fruit bowl. That's a bit silly. Oh, I kind of like the apple fruit bowl. That's kind of cute. Unlurk, welcome back. Apple fruit bowl. I am tempted to put down somewhere, but I don't know where. Maybe like right there? We could do like Halloween candy bowl here. That might be cute. I kind of like the idea of just a bucket of Halloween candy there. Though we're not exactly big on having trick-or-treaters stop by. Yep. Uh-oh. Yeah, I scaled that wrong. Hang on. Not that one. Where's the thing to set the window size? Set window size. There we go. That should fix that. And there we go. That should fix my tracking. Have fun at work, David. Yeah, so Halloween candy is cute, but I don't know if we'd be the type to encourage trick-or-treaters. So maybe not that one. We could do... Oh, that's such a big candy container, though. We'd probably have to go for, like, the smaller one. Yeah, those are all just different colors of it. So if that's just kind of like our own candy bowl / where we throw our keys and stuff, that might work. It's definitely better. I don't know if it's exactly what I want yet. I also don't know what it's missing. Oh, I know one thing it's missing. Office supplies. No? Box. Is that too big? No, that is just the right size. And then I think we have another one of those boxes in here that we can just yoink. And that should let us just paste. And now we have a nice little box tucked there that can work for just hiding random stuff. Maybe that's old mail or something. So that'll work. That kind of brings some of the blue back in too. If you want to give uppies or hide behind. That seems like good options. I don't know which one I'm gonna do. We'll see. We'll see what I feel like. It'd be silly to have like a mailbox like that. I don't. Maybe I'll think about that for my office. This also would work well as like a tray. That's more the kind of tray that I was thinking of. Do we? I assume we have a mail room here, so we probably don't need like one of these fancy mailboxes or something, but it might be nice. Nah, we'll assume mail room. More fun options is a good idea. Oh, we should put a toolbox somewhere. So that'll probably be on utility side. Over here somewhere. What else could we do on utility side? Oh, ironing board. Do we have ironing board stuff? We do. We do have ironing board stuff. Though, I know I'm not the type to really iron things. You good? I'm streaming.
Yeah, I know you're streaming.
Okay.
Crashing.
You're crashing the stream, yes?
Frankenstein undead or no?
Yes, Frankenstein's monster is undead.
Do you consider the monster of Frankenstein to be an undead thing?
Yes, because he is comprised of a whole bunch of other dead things and brought back to life.
Yes, but it's a new sentience, right? It's a new form of life. It's not...
Yeah, and not all zombies remember their life.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So the soul is not necessarily part of it being undead. The body itself can rise up and be counted as undead.
Right. Yeah. Even though he's an amalgam of different dead people.
Yes.
You would consider him an undead.
Yes.
Frankenstein's monster is an undead.
Yes, that is correct.
Boom!
I have apparently settled an argument between my roommates. You argue construct? I mean, construct is fair for Frankenstein's monster too, but I do think that undead is, like, it's an undead construct is probably what I would argue in that case. So it could be both. Don't think I'm gonna do an iron, because that's just not what we do. Ooh. That'd be an interesting one. If we do architectural elements, can I do... Because I was thinking, could I have a rod going between the two sides that you could hang stuff on? And no, I don't really give out kisses. I'm a cat, we headbutt. Floor transition strip doesn't quite work either. And I think you're trying to say that to Zachary, Eternal. Restream bot's just the one relaying the message. I don't recommend going full Yandere with someone like that. Column, yeah, that one's too thick too. Rod. And there's a fishing rod and a flag holder, but that might be cute. Hang on. What if we put flag? That might be a bit silly. I think that's a bit silly. Alright. And then... So if a rod is a no-go, if there's no options for that... what about... I know there was stuff for closets. Like, I remember storage for that. Other... maybe I'm going crazy, I don't know. Yeah, this place is definitely getting a lot of work done on it. I really love how the living room turned out. It is so bright and lovely. And then, here, let me just open all the windows too. Because it's even outside is bright. It's great. Coat rack might be good to put somewhere. But we already have wardrobe for that. So that's where we'd hang coats and stuff. So I don't think we need that. Broom stand might be helpful. Eh? It has to go so far out though. Why does that have to go so far out? Is there like... There's not anything sticking out the back of it. Yes. The blackout curtain, or they are blackout curtains to help prevent glare and stuff. And also to just keep the place feeling private, because this is city stuff, so you can kind of see into your neighbor's place and such. So you can just close curtains whenever you don't want to be seen. And since they are nice and bright colored and stuff, they don't feel like they drab up the place too much. That, and the other funny thing is the anime figures around my boyfriend's desk. I made his desk before I made mine. That and his magic card storage that's gonna be here. Alright, though, what do I do here? Coat rack. Yeah, that one's for a wall. That doesn't quite work here because we have all that stuff up. Display case isn't gonna help. Part of me wants to play D&D again. The other part of me is like, it takes so much work to organize. I don't know if I have it in me. I don't think any of the small storage works. Shelves. No, those are all wall shelves. There it is. There's the clothes rack that I was thinking of. I knew this existed, but I don't think that's gonna fit here. I don't think that works. I was kind of hopeful that I could use it as like a drying rack or something. Something where, like, because you have clothes that you have to hang dry. But I think we'll just pretend that there is some kind of rod or something there, unless I can find something to be a placeholder for that. Is there any like wall decor that could work for that? I don't imagine there's much wall decor that like shoots off the wall like that though. Towel rack? If I could do... No, that don't work. What about a trim? It's like floor transition strip always feels like it's the most likely, but then it doesn't quite work with that. It'd be a whole lot easier to fake in sandbox mode because you could free move stuff. You can't really do that here. So back to architectural elements. Fence isn't gonna work. Beam is way too thick. I think all of these will be way too thick for that. Chipboard isn't useful. The problem is, if I do a temp block, it's going to stay, because as soon as you remove the temp block, it also falls. But if I'm clever about it, maybe I can do something. I thought I would have been able to build into that a little bit, but I guess not. We'll do block there, and then if I do the floor transition strip, promise I want to do it on that side, so I think I have to move these out of the way first so that I have wiggle room to actually maneuver in there. Oh, hang on. Okay, so we'll put there first, do change size, shrink down as low as we can first. Now if we grab that and then put that there, and then change size again, that should let us have something akin to it. And then change style to be the walnut. Can I put another one on the other side of that? That would be nice. I don't know if that'll let me though. Let's try shrinking it down first. Nah, it needs to be on a wall, unfortunately. Okay, so that one's just a cell. And then we need to get pieces that actually feels a little bit more built in. If we use this cube piece, we should be able to do something with that. So do that to there. Put one on the other side too. And then do from there, spread that out, and then let's go check that that didn't pop through the stairs. Doesn't look like it's poking through the stairs. Okay. Why not use a cube to make a line? Because that's going to make it feel a little bit thicker than I want it to be. Go to there. Drag that across the top. Should make that feel a little bit more filled in. And then one more from there, down, over. There we go. And then if we copy style from that, gonna side. Oh, we've still got some Z fighting there. That's annoying. Maybe that top one needs a change. No. Get out of there. Yes, that one. Put that to there. Is that going the right direction? I sure hope it is. It is not, but I guess that's good enough. So let's do sell that one, and then we'll just change the others to fit the size properly. Size. Bring that side back. And that side to there should do it. I got my computer working, if that's what you're talking about. I don't have VR working yet, though. Ooh, head pats are nice. That, I think that worked. Some of these are a little bit hard to tell. Change size to extend that out a smidge. I will do my best. I might have to change what I'm using for my PCVR. Because I normally use Steam Link, but that is having some problems, and every time I look up the error that I'm getting, it's basically telling me to use virtual desktop. So we'll see if that fixes it. I don't know if that's what I'm switched to or not. Also, I noticed that I have wiggled a bit much. I might need to change that later. There we go. That should be better. Alright, I think we need a better light in here is the other thing. Where do we want to put the light? Because right now it's basically just got light from the stairs. Maybe LED strip? Can I even fit that anywhere? Mine functions, but that's functions with a question mark for a reason. My stuff connects, but then I get a repeated issue of it just not, how do I want to phrase it? The connection to VR chat isn't stable at all. Like, it will keep dropping me continuously, and I don't entirely know why. Size, drag that out a bit. There we go. I think that's the light to do there. Not sure if that's the color, but that's at least the light. And then put washer back, put dryer back. I don't have like two washers, do I? One of those is a dryer, right? So that's dryer, that's washer. Okay, so I do have them right. Push those up more. I want to do some kind of shelf, but since we've done cube back wall, it doesn't really like that. Maybe we do the, maybe we get rid of that and do the block placement one. I'm a bit worried about that though. We'll put this here for now. We'll just tuck that to the side. Move these back out. And then try putting wall down. I guess that's why it just doesn't fill in that last bit, but we can always fill in that last bit ourselves with it. So does that... I'm gonna put this back just to check size. That feels right. It is a side-loading washer, which I've seen them before. They're actually fairly common around here. I do prefer the top-loading ones, though. Change size, shrink that way down. And now if we grab this one, we should... Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, that's why we didn't do it, because it has that weird to it. The seam. But maybe we can make it work. Because what if we put a shelf on it then? Maybe do this one. There we go. So that covers up the seam nicely. And then we could do change so that it's proper wood. And then if we do cube. Cube top. That's kind of cute. Though I think that still has the problem of we can't place anything on that. Despite it looking very much like a countertop, we just can't. We can place things up there though. So maybe we can find enough things to put in here to make it feel sensible? I don't know, is that the word we want? Could also tuck a broom in here. That seems like a good place to stick broom. Though, is that the color of broom we want? I like that broom. I don't know why, I just like that broom. Yes. Where's a dustpan for the broom? Do we even have a dustpan? I don't think we have a dustpan. I think it's just not available. So yeah, no dustpan. I did just get an idea though. If we duplicate this, and then we do that. That's just slightly raised thing. Heck, if we do change size, lift that a little bit. Oh, that's just gonna get Z fighting though. Yeah, we'll keep that, I guess. Bathroom products. Where is laundry detergent? There we go. And then, of course, do the blue and orange one. Oh, dang it. It is just a little bit... Oh, I have an idea. We do the storage shelf, grab shelf, this one, and then we just put it here. And then if we change the style on that, do it same thing, then now we should be able to put down the laundry detergent with no issue. It's a little bit silly though. Change size, shrink that down. we could push it. We could push it onto the other one. That's not really what I was going for. Ah, box. Yeah, come on, lift. Ah, come on, lift. Oh, well, I've kind of flipped it. That works. I did actually buy. I actually bought the app that lets you make your own like ones of those. I've not figured out how to use it yet, so I'm not promising anything yet. And I'm not liquid. I'm a shapeshifter. Well, actually, no, I kind of am liquid because I am shapeshifter. I don't really like those. I want like thicker of that, but not full. Ooh, maybe we just do those on these corners? Walnut. And then do bathroom products, detergent. Here we go. There we go. That feels a little bit better. Wait, c'est pas? Eh? Oh, I've got it set to the wrong thing, don't I? Precise placement. There we go. I was kind of hoping I'd get it where it wouldn't. Ooh, I had another idea. If we hang that off like that, and then we just sell that, now it drops onto there. And now we have sensibly placed detergent. Is there anything that we want to do on the other side in a similar fashion? Maybe like some folded towels might be good. A stack of towels like we did laundry. Because I'm pretty sure we still have a stack of towels on our dryer. Both my boyfriend and I are not the best at putting away laundry. I'm at least alright at it. I at least get my laundry put away, but I'm not putting away his. But I don't mind his being out either. And then put that down. There we go. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So we've got a stack of towels that were just left out. What do we want to put on top there? Because I feel like we should have something up there. We could do like rolled towels, but that feels a little silly, having so many extra towels. Oh, there's the clothes drying rack that I was thinking of. That would be good. Do we have like a folded variant? We do have a folded variant. Okay, can we like hang this on a wall or something? Seems weird to have a folded variant that you can't put vertically. Because there's no way you would just keep that like that. I don't think we need lobsters in the closet. Maybe in this case we just have it kept out. Clothes drying rack tucked over there. Sell those two. Actually, maybe... maybe there? I'm glad you like my stream, Zachary. What do you mean you have fancy font on complete accident? That doesn't seem like something that can happen on accident. I think I'm reasonably happy with that laundry room. And I think that makes sense. Oh, wow, we need to yoink one of these. Put that inside here. And then go to the wire tool, remove that one from group, and link that one up. And then is that the correct amount of light? I think since that's only on... oh, headpats. Oh, it's hard to do that with the helmet, isn't it? There we go. Okay. Helmet back on. So I think we leave lights off when not in use, and then that is light for doing laundry. So that should be fine. Then you've got that there. One of these was the light switch. Okay, so that's the light switch for the entryway. Wait, which one was that one for? Oh, that was stairs. And then you've got, that is those lights there. And that one was the, like, side ones. We should... yes, you should check your laundry. Should put entryway light switch also over here, I think. So now we have control of entryway lights. I wonder if we need other light switches in here too. So if we scoot that down, scoot that down, and we've got entryway light switch. Forgot which one that one is. I think that one was stairs. Yeah, that one's stairs. We'll put them in the same layout as the other one, just over here. There we go. I think that works. If we turn on flashlight, okay, good. Those are all lined up well. That works nicely. Head pats. So I guess that's entryway done then, since we have key drop-off spot for like coats and stuff, and then laundry and utility stuff this way, complete with the fuse box over here, just in case a fuse gets blown, because it's happened before. One thing we don't have is a mop. Do we want a mop? Might be good. You are thinking I am much more well off than I am. Does mop not go in mop bucket? I am confused by mop, I guess. Okay, we're just gonna treat that as a Swiffer. Don't know why I kept wanting to say tweet there. Yes, shapeshifters do age. A better spot to put this. Is it just they're both kept over here outside the laundry room? That at least feels like it makes sense. Oh, maybe that's more... No, I was hoping for a spot where I could hang it, but I don't think that's happening. That works. Alright. Yeah, I think since this is going to be like Swiffer thing, we're not having mop bucket because it's just going to use the like wet pad thingies. Because even we currently don't have actual mop bucket. So I think that's first floor complete then, because we've got lovely bedroom that has lobsters, the walk-in closet over here, the bathroom, all that, kitchen, then Sam's office setup, and then the kind of breakfast nook, dining room, the living room setup. I say dining room, but that's more magic table than anything else. So now we have to worry about the upstairs. Oh, dang it. We've got some of the stuff poking through up top. Wait, what do you need to buy to get your basement in order? Oh, it's that thing, isn't it? Add plants to the top? I could add plants to the top. I don't know if I want to add plants to the top. Oh, mop bucket? That makes sense. I'm gonna turn down my my motion thingy because it's the second time I've done that and it's starting to bug me. My movement range is only 2. How am I able to move so far? Or like 0.2. There we go. Let's move there. Oh, then I'm like locked in. There we go. I think that's an acceptable amount. Wait, what am I sure about? I don't know. I don't know whether I'm sure or not sure, because I don't know what we're talking about now. Oh, you're talking to lemon. That makes sense. There we go. I've noticed that there was a distinct lack of hydrate, so I had to hydrate myself. Though now that I've said that, probably gonna get sprayed in the face, aren't I? Yep. Yeah, I should have kept quiet. At least I should make a good clip later. Alright, so that's 4 hydrates. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. I think we're also going to go sleep till day. Sleep till noon so that we get some nice light for working up there. Yeah, I do think adding plants up there probably is the way to go. Just given how much stuff there is. So we'll duplicate that. Maybe do that corner. And then a bit there as kind of like the basis. And then we can start filling in some of that space. Maybe we do... that might be interesting, like across there. And then we've got this one to kind of fill in that gap. Cat has a different commands hooked up to her teams. Yeah, bonk is not one of them. I could do bonk. I don't know if I want to do bonk. Because the bonk one is so loud. I could make a softer bonk. I do have a bonk that would work with like a doing it from a hand instead of a baseball bat. So maybe that's what I do with the bonk. Frickin' cheese. Alright, up. There we go, hydrated. Do I fill in with that one? It doesn't look too bad there. Maybe we also add that as kind of like a filler there. Get a bit more dimension out of it. And there. And kind of cover that bit. Yeah, I don't think wet cheese is very good. I saw a spot where it was green, like right there. Come on, where was that? Where is that green? There it is. That kind of helps. Bencher couch? Bencher couch might work up here. It's not the only thing I was thinking though. Right now I'm just trying to get the vines to feel like they make sense up here. Which is just a lot of fillers, essentially. And then some of the smaller ones. Maybe there, and then maybe this one is crept out through the top there. I am actually one of the people that has never done that, but I've seen people who have, and I've learned of people who have it through them setting off the fire alarm at the dorm I was working as an RA in. So that's always an interesting time. Is that too much? Just that might be a lot of plants. Is it strange that I'm tempted to add more? Like over here. That does look pretty nice. Let me do... There we go. Should feel a little bit better, I think. I'll leave that. I think I'll leave that as is. Now it's just a matter of turning that into a spot that has a reason to be. One thing I'm thinking is maybe doing... Do we have like a chess table? Well, we've got a chess board. We could put a small table for that. Random piano up here might be funny. But I think we've just... It doesn't like the plants so much. What else could work up here? So we don't want something too noisy. Could do like a gym setup, but neither of us are that active. You bought a new headset and the audio is nice now? Very nice, very nice. Have you got something else I need to weigh in on?
Would you rather fly at like Mach 3, speed of sound?
Okay, speed
and while you're flying, you're durable, like it's not hurting you flying at that speed.
Okay.
Or would you rather have a night person?
And I assume we're talking night person from Rick and Morty?
Yeah. And you're not dumb, so the night person isn't going to like rise against you.
Okay. So night person is just legitimately wanting to help.
It's your night person.
Yeah.
And you don't have to work them every single night.
I think I'd go night person.
Would you rather have a night person?
I would rather have a night person.
Cat's votes for night person. So, does that change your way in or no? You're still going to stay with life?
I don't know what is with all of these arguments I'm settling today, but...
Never you mind, okay?
Love you. Ooh, what if we do a gym ball up here? That'd be silly. No. You're choosing flight, you're unstoppable. Thing is, I don't go many places, but I have so many projects I'm working on that having another me be able to continue while I take a break would be ideal. So night person is like hands down. I don't know who would fight because we both want to do it anyways. Easel might be funny up here. Little painting zone up here. But I don't know why I'd paint up here. That doesn't make sense. What else? I mean, it's not even that I don't like to do the work, because most of the stuff that I'm working on that I'm like, I would use the right person for this, is stuff that I want to do. It's stuff like making clips, editing stuff, working on models, like all kinds of that stuff. I want more hours in the day. Piano is nice, but there's just not enough space for it up here. I'd have to like turn it that way, or maybe even that way. But with all of the oh, hang on, I saw a spot. Where was that? There was a spot there. You accidentally opened a different person's stream? Fair enough. Yet no, coffee is not for me. It does not taste good. And every time that I've had caffeine, it's like messed with my stomach. I just legitimately can't. I don't even drink soda. But that's more because I can't stand the carbonation on that. Yeah, no, I'd never play this piano is the thing. Like, it's nice. It's a nice spot for a piano, but boyfriend would be down there. I'd be too nervous about, like, bugging him to play the piano. That's why I have just keyboard at my desk. So I don't think piano's the way to go. I think I'd rather have, like, some kind of game board or something up here where we would do it together, and then it's a shared space. That might be more fun. So I think we just need, like, a smaller table. And then put a chessboard on it. Maybe like that table? That's such a narrow walkway beside it though. Chessboard. That is like the actual size needed for a chess table though. So maybe that? I think we can find a better table with better legs though. So let's leave chessboard out and then look for a better table. I take the bottle, squeeze the air out, and shake it. Doing this will remove carbonation. One of the things that I've actually found is, you know those drinks that come in powders and they give you like the shaker cups with them? You can actually use those to remove a lot of carbonation too. I've had to do that for this like vitamin C drink that my boyfriend recommends that I drink whenever I'm feeling sick. But it also comes as like a fizzy drink and I just struggle to drink it. So that's kind of the workaround we've discovered, is just use one of those shaker ones and then you can shake the carbonation out of it more or less. Maybe that one? That one doesn't feel too bad. Change that to European walnut on both. That's a shame. The shaker cups are a good solution. Those do look like cozy chairs. And they kind of have a similar vibe to those ones. So maybe if we copy the style of these chairs, can I put it on those ones? I can! Hey! Though, I'm starting to think that maybe the material those are made out of isn't the best. So let's try changing that fabric from a knitted one to ribnet's not terrible, burlap's a little bit, no, definitely not alligator leather. Maybe poplin? Where the suede might be nice. I think that's suede. Let's go with that suede, because that looks fuzzy. And I am all for fuzzy feel and stuff. There we go. And that was deserved, Foxy. I don't like the Z fighting there, but I don't know what I can do about that much. Oh, maybe I could do... I need some kind of light above this, I feel like. Lights, ceiling lamps. I could do like that one. Scoot that over a little bit. That might be a little bit silly though. Yeah, that feels a little bit silly. I think full-on chandelier, yeah, that's way too big. There is this ceiling light that we were using downstairs. Could just do another one of those, maybe? And then especially if we copy the same style, paste up there. Though now we've got 3 kind of scattered around the place. What if we do it in blue instead of orange? Like that. That does help it feel same but different. I think that works. Thank you for the cuddles. Okay, that does feel like a cozy spot. Just overlooking the apartment, and then we've got a chessboard up here. Just might need a safer way of standing up. Play tanning. We have so far gotten the entryway, the utility section, and the upstairs where it's just little game table. There we go. Hydrated. Ooh, it might be good to put more storage up here. Can I finish what I'm thinking? Here we go, another hydrate. More storage for board games and stuff up here is what I'm thinking. Because I know we have like the play space down there, but I think most of that is going to be filled with DVDs and other like video games and stuff. So I think doing a board game section up here where we can then take it down whenever there's someone wanting to play something down there, that would work. So maybe a medium storage. Not quite that. Oh, the Magic the Gathering table is that table right there that's currently pushed against the wall. What's up, Tammy? But yes, I have definitely thought about Magic the Gathering for my boyfriend. Alright, hydrating. 1, 2. I am already feeling overhydrated now. I went from not enough hydrates at the start of the stream to too many hydrates now. Maybe the sideboard? That kind of feels like a game container thingy. Or would a taller one make more sense? I think maybe a taller one. Though, is there any other ones? Because I know the vertical slats isn't quite what I'm aiming for. It doesn't look bad, but it's not the goal. But what fits in this space is kind of the priority over aesthetics fully. That one does fit. It's a bit tall though. And yes, those are lobsters. So many emotes. What else would work? Got this dresser, maybe? No? Too big? Too big. Sideboard, nope. Dresser. That one's the right size, but it's also not the right vibes. Cabinet, that's gonna be too low. Could do a garage shelf up here, but that doesn't look right either. Workbench way too big. Dresser, maybe? No, too wide. It doesn't like the thingies. I mean, I don't think you need to turn on emote only if everyone's already doing emote only. Is that one? I think that's also just wrong vibes though. Plus, I don't really like drawers for doing games. I like doing shelves for games, because then you have much more of it's like you can stack them and get them out easier. So I think our best one probably was this one then, assuming that this fits nicely. We'll change the colors to be the European walnut that we have everywhere. Yeah, that seems like it's just right. I think you got those from a hype train, maybe? I'm not sure though. They could be someone else's that you just got a gifted sub to. Actually, hang on, if I hover over them, is it gonna tell me? Poke Scissor is a prime emote. And then the, come on. Why won't you close it? Where's the Charizard? There it is. Charizard is also a prime emote. So they are from Prime. Hobbies, games. There we go. Now we can start doing like board games loaded up here. That one's a bit too wide, unfortunately. Oh, we could. Maybe we just have a box that's like it was a bit too big, so we've just shoved it under here. It doesn't matter that it sticks out a little bit, it's at least tucked away. I think that's gonna be too big a box too. Yeah, it is. We've got this one. Stronghold. Were there not more board games? I guess there were only 4. Weird. I swore I had remembered others. And none of these are paintable. We put like Tomb of Destruction up here. That feels so out of place though, so no, not that one. Do we have cards? No, we've just got postcards, game cards, those kinds of things. Box. We'll just act like this is a Cards Against Humanity box or something. Because if I repaint that, I should be able to do, yeah, ebony and then details ebony. No, detail would be the white top. So that would be the glossy plastic top like that. I think. No, the Cards Against Humanity is like pure black box. So we'll switch that to. Oops. Didn't mean to do that, but we'll put that back down. Ebony and then ebony again. So there's our Cards Against Humanity box, and then do we have like another smaller box? Oh, if we make this box pink, we can claim it's tapeworms. I think tapeworms had a pink box. So painted wood, make that a nice pink. I think we'll go with that one being the tapeworm's color. So there's our stand-in for tapeworms. What other games? Oh, I do know the game, What Do You Meme? I don't remember what color that box was though. I think it was about the same size as Cards Against Humanity box. And then I think it was like blue. So we'll put that maybe next to the Cards Against Humanity. And then, oh, it was white? Okay. So we'll do painted wood. And then painted wood there. And make that one white. So we've got those two. I do kind of want to stack those a bit better. Come on. Maybe like that? Okay. So we've now got Cards Against Humanity, What Do You Meme? Tapeworms. I do want to do Boop. Boop would be another good one. Maybe... I'd want a bigger box than that for Boop, though. Maybe we don't have a good box for Boop. Oh, wait, maybe we can use this one? Oh, but that one's so big. That one doesn't quite work. Maybe this will work for... No, maybe not. Because that's a big box, too. I can't think of any game that's that kind of size. What would be another good one? We could do Munchkin? One of the Munchkin games? So we could just put one like that. Maybe do... Maybe this is The Good, the Bad, and the Munchkin. They're kind of like Western-themed one. I'm glad you think it's peaceful. Wait. Oh, stained pine. Stained pine. There we go. So we'll say that's the good, the bad, the munchkin. What are some other random ones? I know, like, Splendor is a nice, fun game, but that's like another big box, and we don't seem to have many good big boxes. Oh, is YouTube down? I didn't see YouTube go down, though. Does this one work? Yeah, this could work for, like, Splendor, maybe. It's a bit big, but it'll kind of work. Splendor is kind of a bigger box like that. Not down? Glad it's not down. Oh, you reconnected on the PC? Okay, that's fair enough. What color was the Splendor box again? It had yellow edges and kind of a bluish tone. So what if we do a bluish base, blue base, and then the plastic can be the kind of gold tone. So that can be our stand-in for Splendor, even though that's not how that works. YouTube has an echo? Oh, is it because you have YouTube and Twitch open? You can mute one. Oh, or are you just talking about speaking both? It's fine to speak in both chats as long as it's clear that it's you in both, or you're like just not trying to act like you're two different people. Because we've had that before and it's weird. I think we'll use the same box for Boop. And Boop is more of like a lighter blue. So like that. And then the top can be that one, or no, like that. So we've now got Boop, Splendor, other games. I kind of want to throw more down, but I need more ideas on what games we would have collected and such. Oh, we do have, what's that one where you burn a candle to try and escape a maze? I keep forgetting what it's called. We haven't played it much, but we have it. Maybe a box like... No, that's a good sized box for a game. I just don't think it's for that one. I think this one's probably more accurate to the size that I'm remembering. So we could put that to this side of Splendor. Oh, the stream chat, the bot restates on the stream. Hang on. Oh, Exploding Kittens would be a good one. That'd be a smaller box though. But yeah, I see what you mean about Restream bot is restating. Let me pull up Streamlabs. Let me try and fix that. Because I should be able to tweak it. Chat box, and then mute Restream bot, all one word. I remember for a while we had to unmute that chatter because the YouTube ones weren't coming in properly. But I think it's connected now just fine. Okay, so exploding kittens. I remember the black box, but I think that's their not safe for work pack. So what color is their other box? Red. Okay, so we need a red box. And I think let's do the same as this box here. So if we duplicate that one, we can do it maybe on top of that one, and then change the color of it, and then do painted wood in that. There is a not safe for work exploding kittens one. Funny enough, that's one my parents had. There we go. So we've now got exploding kittens in there. Candle, maze, board game. What was that game called? The Night Cage is the game that I am thinking of. And it is in a larger kind of purplish box. So we will duplicate our exploding kittens box, or maybe we'll duplicate our splendor box. Put that one there. And then do kind of purplish tones there. And then duplicate stained walnut and same color. There we go. So that can be our night cage box. I'm not quite sure what this one is. I think I'm just gonna give it a random color. Something to make it feel like it's actually a game. We'll go green. I remember there are some green games, I just don't remember which ones at the moment. Maybe like, I think that green? Maybe we scoot that one up here for now. Oh, maybe not. Can it not fit? Come on. Why can he fit down there but not up here? Eh? I am so confused. How did I get this to fit before? Like, what? I guess we're just gonna leave this one on top. It's at least feeling a little bit better. Maybe we scoot this box up here. And then have fun with laundry. Your original username came from a mix of Shadow Bunny from FNAF and part of your name. Now your two favorite things. Fair enough, fair enough. Oh, I have an idea. Because I remember there are like these little figure guys. So maybe these are like little D&D figures that we have. So that's where we keep our little D&D figures. Do we have a dragon? Not that. Dragon. No. No, that's too big. That's more the right size. So if we do like that as our giant dragon and then the little guys, that could be funny. I think we'll go with that. How does that look from downstairs? That looks fine. I think I'm happy with that. We'll just assume that it's probably a little bit more cluttered than it actually is. Because I can't fit much more in there. There's just not many games and such. I still need to add like all of the books and stuff to be the DVDs in there, but I think I'll save that for another time. I think you guys would probably rather watch me work on The Office, which needs a whole lot of work. Let's start with getting the same wall covering that we've been using everywhere else. Just start with covering stuff. Macaroni and bees? That doesn't seem right. We'll fill in these, though probably redo those with the wood in a bit. Okay, so that one's fine. Cover up this. It's weird that like some of these are already covered, but I think that was part of the old one had it too. So I didn't leave, well, no, I did leave them there. So I guess this one is just up here. Cover up those. Oh, I don't mean to do outside though. It's macaroni. I don't know what macaroni and bees is supposed to be though. There we go. I've got that bit covered. I don't know whether I want that wood there or not, but I'll leave it for now. Oop, out of surface finish. Grab more. Just you goofing around. Fair enough, I guess. Out of surface finish. Boop. Cover that. I'm not sure on that door. We'll worry about that in a second, though. Alright, and then did we... I think that wall here also probably needs something on it. I'm not sure what yet, though. Oh, if we have a light source there, we also probably need a light switch for it up here. Because that's just those so far. We'll duplicate that one, put that there. Wiring remove that from group. Connect that there. There we go. There we go. That's some cozy lighting. Right. One of the things about this room too is the amount of glass in here would not work well with base station tracking. So I think we're gonna have to come up with a cute window covering. So let's start with just trying to yoink these ones maybe. We need to make them shorter though. So maybe we start with Oh, that's too wide. Where's the narrower one? Almost. That's too wide. Maybe? And then... one there, and then... these are tight though. And are these as far over as they can be? Hey, why are you slapping cheese on my face? And then copy style. Grab that. That sort of helps, but it's also not lined up correctly. Which is a shame. How does that look from this side? Not too silly. Maybe we just need the thinner ones. Sell that one. Grab the thinner one. There we go. That feels like much more sensible placement on those. And then now if we copy that and put that down, that is less silly. And now we have a nice way of looking down when we want to, or we can close it off if we need to. Like if we needed to make sure that our tracking wasn't messed up by shiny surfaces. Then we now have these that we have to worry about. Do we want to do more of these, or... there. And then this one. Right there. I think this one needs to scoot over a little bit. That kind of works. So now, if we're doing VR stuff, it's gonna look more like that. I don't think that's too bad. We're gonna have to be careful with how we place what is gonna be our stand-in for the base stations, but that should work. Oh, we also need copy that surface, cover the ceiling, because I do not like that ceiling. I wonder if we want to do more of like a wooden ceiling or something in here though. Something that's gonna soak up more noise. For now we'll just do this, because that's at least better. Even if it's not fully what we want, better is still good. And then we'll yoink that wood for the floor first. maybe I want carpet in here. Depends on how many messy crafts I'm going to want to do in here. There we go. What is least favorite color? I don't know. I think that can all work in different contexts. So it's more what color works the least with what context I'm working with. And I don't know. I know there are some shades of green or I think some shades of purple that just don't work very well with me. At least with my blue and orange. But it kind of depends on like where it lands. You done? That's not done. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. Definitely overhydrated now. Alright, let's go sleep in bed so it's day and we can see a little bit better before we continue on. Alright. So now I got that. Yeah, so this is definitely looking... What the heck? What? Eh? Eh? What? Why? What is this? That looks like it's a UV mapping issue. Is it on the other ones too? It is. That's weird. It's gonna be on all the curtains. Wait, hang on. We had this issue on a bathtub too. No, bathtub looks like it got fixed. I have no idea. Hang on, is that the correct wood? Is that why this feels so gray? Because this is just wrong wood. Yeah, no, this is weird wood color. Let's try fixing that. Make details bronze. Make door handle bronze. There we go. That's brightened that up quite a bit. And then we've got black up there for now, I think is fine. But we definitely do need stuff to brighten it up in here. I think let's also... Oh, I shouldn't have sold the surfaces when I still have to do in here. Oh well. Pick that up, drop that, sell that, so that we don't have to worry about the size. And then we'll do copy this one. Hug. Get that covered. There we go. And then what door do we want to do there? Probably a standard door. We could do like a bifold door. Or we could do... This is supposed to be like a closet. So that's that there. Maybe that? You'd probably want closet to open out, wouldn't you? So maybe like there? then we do copy style, paste on there. Change style, so that's also European walnut. That might work. Though that also feels like the wrong door handle. Oh, we have a knob on this one. I don't like that being a knob. That needs to not be a knob. Door handle can be... I think that one. I just hate that idea of not being able to open the door when hands are full. This one also needs a change. I like that one. I like the swooshy one. Well, maybe we do the swooshy one on this one? Do we have a swooshy one with a lock on it? I guess it's that one? But that has such a weird curve to it. The handle just looks like it'd feel uncomfortable. We could do like that one. But that just doesn't feel like a front door handle. I think that one's probably the best one. Unless, no, that one's too square. This one, change this to swooshy one, and change that to bronze. And then this one can also be swooshy one, and it is already bronze, so that's good. And now we just need this one to be swooshy. There we go. All right. So we've got that. Open that up. Grab surface finish. And now we just do in here. I know we talked about this one being autism nook thing. I don't know if that's gonna work in this space. At least not like that. Oh, what if we do, instead of having that be door, this is gonna be a weird idea. Grab that, put that there. White doors. Not that one. Medium door frame? No. This one. Oop, not high up. We want that down again. Kind of thinking cubby setup. It's just hard to get it lined up properly. So if we do one in on that one in on that one, there we go. That I think might work. And then if we copy style from that, put on this, then we could do that. Maybe do some kind of raised platform in here, and then you have kind of a nook setup. Maybe cover it with 2 more of these thingies. Those ones are way too wide though. So we need curtains. Are these as narrow as they get? I think those are. Oh, I got booped. Okay, so we still got too wide on that, I think. Oh, what if we do one of the wider ones? Cover both of them at the same time? Yesn't. Is that as wide as they go? I think that is. Yeah, because those ones are less wide. We could do like the single cover ones, but those feel a little silly. We could just knock in one side and scoot this in more. So like if we do that there, or maybe we don't even need to knock in a side. Maybe we just scoot that one in more and then we do the double one. Take care of yourself, Tanny. So now we have another covering here, which does that. That might work. We'll sell those for now. And then copy floor. Fill that in for now. Clown, thank you for the follow. You shouldn't bite your tongue. That doesn't sound smart. Where's the shelf that I'm wanting? TV cabinet? And that looks useful, but it's not quite what I'm after. These are the ones I was after. Change style, no handle. Make them out of the European walnut. Let's just make them empty front for now. So can I fully cover this place and do like a raised setup with this? It is a smidge off. So we might need to bring that wall forward after all if we're gonna do this. Does it go the other way properly though? No. That is ever so slightly off. Why is that so minimally off? I don't know about ear protection like that. I don't know how you'd hard hat over ears, especially when they're like as floppy as mine. I suppose I might need like ear protection for like power tools or things that are noisy, but I tend to avoid using those. What's up, Tanny? Here we go, hydrated. Let me mark off that cheese and that hydrate. How would I wear headphones? With difficulty. It depends on the kind of headphones. Maybe what I actually do is, instead of doing this method, sell those. Let's figure out what kind of storage do we want to be in the doorway, and then we can build around that. Because like that would fit, but it doesn't quite fill up the space. Yeah, I mean, I can just shapeshift to fit the headphones. Nightstand. Can I fit 2 nightstands by my side? I kind of can. Shelf. Not quite working there. You do also have like these ones that could be rescaled, but I don't think that's quite the direction I want to go with that. TV cabinet, bit too big, not the right way. Are these the best one? Can I even fit these side by side in the doorway? I kind of can. So if I do that setup, then fill in the gaps, that might work. I'm not making a buff construction cat. But buff cat was a meme. Where is the cube? Alright, so then we extend this side, raise that up. That should help fill in the gap. And then we can put the same one there. And then fill in this gap. Ooh, head pats. And then I'm trying to make Autism Nook. Because I know you guys won't let me hear the end of it if I don't. Sell that. Get that as same orientation this time. So we can kind of fill in that with there. And then I think if we do on that one instead, that should be same orientation. There we go. And a minimal clipping. So that should work. And then we need to go get that wood that we use a lot. I think there's some in here that I can grab from. That one. Let's see if this is the correct direction or if we need to change it. Okay, good, that is the correct direction. So now we can cover all of these. I don't think that's weird. Some people just don't like carbonation like me. Come on, there was a small window where it got the side there. We'll just scoot these out for now. cover that, that one there, there. Now we need to move the other two. What is a fun anatomy fact? And then we could put these boxes back. Maybe? Oh, right, because that one's clipping. So that one needs to be scooted first, and then we could put it back. Change size, bring that in. Put it there. And then change size again. Should be able to fill that in. There we go. Anatomy facts scare you, Tanny? But anatomy facts can be fun. Like the fact that over half of your bones are in your hands and feet. Go with that one for now. The reason your body knows it's suffocating is carbonic acid mixes. Carbon dioxide makes carbonic acid mixed with water. Yeah, I remember that. The other interesting fact about that is that because that's how it detects when there is a like carbonic acid, it's really just detecting whether there is carbon dioxide. It's not detecting whether you have the oxygen. So you can't tell when you're suffocating unless, like, as long as you're breathing out carbon dioxide. Why am I Munchkin Cat all of a sudden? Where did that come from? That's too far out. Maybe we can get away with doing that? Maybe it's like a fitted thing. And then let's try putting maybe the wicker baskets. If we make those like orange, maybe? Maybe slightly more desaturated orange. That's kind of cute. Can I get back in there though? It's a bit hard to get back in. Maybe I do need to have this be back, just so that you kind of have like a little step in. How did I get in before? There we go. Okay, so that works. That functions. I could also have this go like all the way into the wall. I don't know if I like that better or worse. I think it's a little bit worse. I think having that little gap makes it a bit more realistic. And we're probably gonna coat it in pillows anyways. It does feel like something's missing, though. Well, more than just one thing, I think. Feels like quite a bit is missing. But I think that's just because we haven't detailed anything in here. We've just kind of got how we're avoiding the glare from windows for base stations and the start of an autism nook. So, if we close that, I guess that does make it a bit cozier of a nook. It still feels not cozy enough, though. I think let's do wood on the inside. I think that'll help. Wood instead of stone should help make it feel cozier. So if we do crouch, duplicate that, then change the style of that one to where it is the brick bonded ones, I think should work. How does the lobster cry? I don't know. Do bigger cut pattern, maybe that. Other direction, I think. I'd rather have that be vertical, I think. Here, we'll try this on the other wall. Do we like vertical or horizontal better? Oh, or maybe we do long beveled planks? Maybe that one? What if we do surface finish, wood panels, European walnut, change, cut pattern, long planks, rotate that way, one. So I think Heathcliff, thank you for the follow. I think I like the tighter one. So we'll do that. Like there, and then do... Actually, what if we do the molding around it? I will hydrate first. There we go, hydrated, and then that one, change style to the beveled, make it bigger cut pattern, change rotation back. Across the top. There we go. It's nice and cozy built in. I don't know why you want to call me those things. Maybe do that one. Could even do diagonally. Ooh, that feels very cozy. Just cozy wooden box. Hey, Pilcrow, how you? Let's do the base be dark as well there. It has been a while. I'm currently working on Autism Nook in here. I think I want to do like shelves on this wall. Oh, I also just remembered, because I keep forgetting to do like these outlets around. I did them in the kitchen, but I don't think we did any in the living room. Do we have any in the bathroom either? We probably need like at least one by the sink. So we'll do one on that side. Scoop this for now. Duplicate that. There we go. Now I got one on each side of the sink. And then, did I put any in the bedroom? I don't think I did. So we'll do... I am not gonna sell everything. I have spent multiple, like, freaking too long on this. I did just notice that's gonna bug me if I don't fix that now. Need to change the size of that. Bring that up. Because that doesn't go all the way back, and that's gonna bug me. There we go. Now I can bring that back down. Come on, I want to change size. There we go. Now I can sell that one. No, I am not going to give in to the voices. Do power outlet for like phone and stuff over there. Maybe we have a second one tucked right there. And then we could have another outlet over here. Probably one over by the TV as well. Probably move this out, stick it behind it. Meh, another one. Change size, lift that up. And now fix those corners there. Is there any others that need that fixed before I frickin' sell that again? Needs to scoot over a little bit more. Or I guess not. Oh, it's bumping into that. Okay, forward a smidge and then over. There we go. That, maybe one over. Forward, and then over one. There we go. That's the right one. So now there's still one back there. And then, yay, Cuddles. I think all the others are fine. Maybe we have... Well, I suppose we don't really need one in the closet. Sell one thing? No. It's nothing I need to sell right now. I'll eventually sell something when I realize I don't need it. Why do you want to see something sold that much? There, sold. I've sold a thing. Alright, right, I was doing outlets. Did I want an outlet in the closet? That interferes with that. Maybe just put that there instead then. There we go. Okay. So we've at least got one in there in case we need it. Now we need outlets out here. Oh, we already got one under Sam's desk. We could do... one over here. Maybe another on this edge, just in case it's needed over here for something. And then, do we want to do a second, like, hidden back here somewhere? Could do one there. That's probably a bit low compared to the other one. There, I think. Yeah, that puts them in line. And then do we have one over here? We do not. So we probably want one somewhere over here at least. Maybe like right there, between the two windows. And then one over by the door. And then where else would make sense? Over there. And then I suppose it would be hidden behind the washer dryer stuff in this room, so I don't think we need an extra one in here. It feels like there's too few though. I can't really hide one on the couch anywhere because that's all reasonably covered. Could do one up here for his desk access. Yeah, we'll say that there's like power funneling up through there. That'll be nice. Or we could put it over here. I think over there is slightly better. Maybe this is a double? Garlic bread? What about garlic bread? Power outlet there for like vacuum. You want now? I mean, you're gonna make me want garlic bread if you start talking about it. Outlet there. Maybe an outlet over here. And then here. There's probably plenty of outlets in this upper section. I think that's fine. Back to working on Nook then. Oh, we should put one in the Nook. Question is where? There and there. Either side of the entryway. Do we want shelves on that side or that side? I guess how deep are the shelves? Storage, shelves. This one. This side. Because it is just wide enough. Change that to European walnut. And then now we just need to duplicate that. There we go. That's probably plenty of storage space for this little nook. Or is it? Because I could pull in this wall a little bit and do like some deeper storage stuff there. I don't know whether I want to or not. I do think maybe a wall lamp. No, not that one. Not that one either. Is there a wall lamp that'll fit there? Maybe not. No, it seems to be having some kind of trouble there. It would have been a really cute spot for a hanging lamp, though. But it's just not allowed. Oh, hang on. That one is. I don't think that one's good for that, though. That one also fits, but doesn't look good. That one's weird. See, that's what I was saying. I think they wanted that to happen. Could we put like little moon? We can kind of fit a little moon. That doesn't look very good there though. I want that like a little bit lower, but it doesn't work on that. It's because it doesn't like the doors, which is a shame. Cloud, same problem. We could put little stars on the ceiling. Maybe even put a moon up there. Hey. Hydrating. Alright, so mark both of those things off. How does that look from outside? It's not advised to wet the cheese. That doesn't look too bad. Maybe I want to go more orangey tones with the lights instead of yellow. Can I? Oh, I can't change the color of those. That's a bit of a shame. So we're just kind of stuck with yellow. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. What else could we do? Let's try just putting some pillows up first. Duplicate that one. Change size of that one, bring that back down. And down a bit there. Alright, so that definitely feels a bit cozier now that it has more cushioning around it. It definitely needs more big cozy pillows though. Not big enough. Do we not have it bigger? There we go. And then do a couple of the smaller ones. Maybe this wide one. Basically, this should be littered in pillows. There we go. And then can I fit one more somewhere around here? Is that too many? I know of Evangelion, I've never watched it. Maybe change that to normal suede, or we could do fuzzy. I don't think it's my kind of show, I'll be honest. Hydrating now. My favorite animes are ones like School Live, which if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend watching it blind. What are some other ones? Madoka was really good. And then... Wait, this fuzzy reminds me of a microfiber cloth? That's... This is a macrofiber cloth. This is very obvious fibers, not microfiber. Bye, Zachary. Weird, like tired? Maybe like that one. Just gonna change everything to the same one first. See how that looks texture-wise. Studio artist? I am confused what you were asking, Pilcrow. Change this one to be that one then. Maybe that one there, that one. I think that does seem a little bit too textured. Maybe change this one back to suede. Or could do like the quilted fabric. Maybe the vintage suede. It's like the suede, but it has a bit more kind of use out of it. And then maybe change these to the normal suede. We'll recolor them in a second. Oops, dang it. That one there. Yeah, I was thinking that it was looking a little bit spongish. Tohei Madhouse, Ghibli, True Games. I mean, those are a lot of anime studios that I recognize, but are you asking what my favorite studio is? Because I don't really have one. Like, there's certainly styles I like, but I don't seek out studios. If I do correctional elements, grab the cube again. Can I be clever with it? There we go. So that makes that feel a little bit more polished with very minimal work done because it's just another little lip to it. That's starting to feel a little bit better. Still missing some stuff though. Actually, wait, hang on. If I get back in there and I close the curtains, that's definitely better. It needs a blanket. Yeah, I am a bit too busy creating my own stuff most of the time that I really only watch anime with my boyfriend or with some of my friends as a way to, like, also socialize with them and make sure that I'm not overworking myself. Can I rescale this? No. Right, I use a rug for that, don't I? Wait, could I place a rug on that? I don't remember if I could or couldn't now. I swear I used a rug last time. Or a carpet. Okay, I can't place a carpet on that. How did I do that last time then? Oh, I guess I just did use the blanket last time. So I guess we'll do just blanket. Maybe just grab that one. Kind of toss this off to the side. Maybe change color. I think the knit probably is the best. And then could do the botanical again, but I think that's going to be too much of that same fabric. Maybe blue leaves on orange backdrop? It's hard to get that orange looking good though. Floral pattern. Can also kind of do blue and orange on that one. Maybe floral isn't the way. Orange roses might work though. If we do orange roses on a blue backdrop. Sort of works, sort of doesn't. Maybe that one, and then those can be bronze clasps. Darker blue trim. Or maybe we do orange trim. I mean, I don't know that. I have not studied human anatomy that much. I think I need something that has a bigger design than that. Well, I say that, and then I pick something that has a much smaller design. But that one might actually work. Close. What if I do lighter blue? Can't tell whether I like that or not. It definitely needs better lighting in here though. Oh, what if we do ceiling lights? These little ones. What if we stick these at the corners? that kind of setup. Right there. I'm definitely gonna have to turn all of these way down. But doing that kind of setup. No, I don't want to do a boob lamp in here. Let's try copying that to all of these. Kind of. We could also just narrow it down to just the 3 center ones. That kind of works. And then it does kind of look like heat lamps at that light level. Maybe we do this one, do RGB, set that to orange. Orange 4. Set middle one to RGB, blue, and then copy that one there. So now we have orange and blue color scheme again. You like the heat lamps? It does feel a little bit better than just that. Maybe we try all orange. So now it's heat lamp but less. I think that one works. Maybe we keep blue out of here and it's just the color of the like blankets and stuff. That might work. Warm lamp? Yeah, warm lamp instead of heat lamp. Maybe we make this one more blue as well. There we go. So that it looks less green when it has the light on it. So that looks pretty cozy. I think that's pretty darn good. It needs a bit more though. Hydrating. What more can we do in here? Do we have posters? Surely we have posters, right? That poster, anatomy poster. I mean, does this have what they're talking about? No. Cat time? What do you mean cat time? I am confused. Oh, I'm overtime. Oh, it is bedtime, isn't it? I kind of want to do... I want to do like a little bit more, at least get this section done, and then we can do the proper office next time. Though I know we're going to spend a lot of time detailing here, is the other thing. Is there any other posters I can try first? Oh, right, there's the crayfish poster. There we go. Because posters are light enough that they don't feel overwhelming when they're on your head, or like above your head. So that should help it feel like it has a little bit more definition to it and bring in some of the Fred and Frank vibes. Oh, maybe we grab Fred and Frank from downstairs, because they would probably fit better up in here. Let's go do that. Let's grab them. It feels weird to have 2 of them, but I can definitely move them. So now it's going to feel a bit empty there. But I do think I do think they fit better up here. Because now that feels more like a cozy place. It has funny vibes. I don't think we have a Yeet plushie, unfortunately. I do know that we need something on that back wall, though. What was that do? Hero, thank you for following. I want to add more. I don't know what to do on the back wall, though. Wall decor. We could do TV for movies. I feel like this is the you know how in the last one we had the autism nook for low sensitive or like low stimulation, one for high stimulation. I feel like this is the low stimulation spot. This is the I just have soft things around me and minimal stuff. We could reorganize, put TV on that wall, and like set it up to where you're primarily there, but that still feels a little iffy to me. Maybe let's try that though. Maybe we put poster there, put TV on that wall. Maybe a bit bigger than that TV. We need to shuffle things though. That kind of works. I know, bedtime. I just wanted to try and get the autism nook done. I guess we'll leave it as is, and I can try and come back to it next time and see how we want to tweak it and make it better. It's at least pretty decent. It's at least pretty cozy. But we might need to do like extra backing or something on this side, because otherwise I feel like I'm just gonna bump my head on the shelves, and that's not really what I want. In fact, having the shelves behind my head at all just doesn't sound fun. I'm gonna be too worried about stuff falling on me. Well, I say that, but then I put my frickin' folding mattress in my own closet where there's stuff stacked all around me. Here, we'll turn off that. But it's at least a good start. We need to add a light switch in there too, but that's for later. Let's see who we want to go raid, I guess, since we're gonna be ending here. Oh, we will be back on Thursday. We're gonna be doing more blueprints on Thursday. And then we've got Scrap Mechanic on Saturday. And I don't know what I'm doing Sunday yet. I know I want to do a Sunday stream. I just haven't decided what I'm doing yet. And I really need to do that. Did I do that hydrant? I'm going to redo that one. Here we go. Ooh, yay, cuddles. Alright, let's see who is online to go raid. Let's see. There are quite a few people online. Do we want to go raid someone from our community? Do we want to go raid the VTuber that normally does Portal, but they're currently doing apparently Hollow Knight Silksong? Or we've got the Hazmat VT is also live. We could do someone doing House Flipper. We could do Zowie again. What do you guys think? Who's the community one? Orzul is currently streaming. They're one of the early people from the community, though they don't stop by all that often recently, I don't think. They might lurk, though. I can't say for sure. yeah, do we want to raid one of them? Do we want to go raid one of the house flipper people? You're gonna go lay down until you have something to do? I hope you feel better soon, Tanny. Oh, everyone going to bed. Let's go with raiding... I think let's raid Orzul then, because we haven't raided them in a while. Let me just make sure their stuff is working. Yep, they're currently playing Emissary 0. So I'll set that up. And I will see you guys on Thursday for the Blueprint stream. Hopefully we make more progress. I think last time we opened up the gem cave as well as the orchard. So we should have some extra steps and extra gems to work with next time. So I'm super excited to see if we can get even further than we did. Hopefully I haven't lost all of my notes. I should have put them online somewhere. So we'll see if I still have those or if I'm even more lost than when I changed computers. I think that's kind of the pun of the game. So it's quite fun. I hope to see you guys there. Do